is happening, people? We're going to do a test on our new Carlson's turkey choke. Now this is choked at 650, and that was recommended for this Viper 2 shotgun. And I'm going to screw this back in. So Carlson's developed this choke for this Winchester Long Beard XR ammo. Now this is the number 6, and I'm going to also shoot this Winchester ounce and 7/8 of number 5. Now of course the 5s is an ounce and 7/8 payload, and the number 6s is an ounce and 3/4. But I think the shot count will probably be fairly close, because you know, it's an ounce and 3/4 and an ounce of 7/8, so the shot count will probably be fairly close. But anyway, back to this Carlson's choke tube. This is a Beretta Benelli choke tube that fits these Tristar Viper shotguns, and that's what I purchased. It was $650. And so anyway, we're going to test this. I have some cardboard paper, some blue, some green, some white. So you may wonder, why is there 2 different loads we're going to try? Well, Winchester does a super job, and they don't sponsor my channel, but if they want to, hey, more power to them. Welcome to come on. So Winchester does a great job, and I've been shooting Winchester turkey loads for years. This is a 3-inch shot shell. It is an ounce and 7/8 a shot, and inside of that shot there's a wadding, and there's some buffer around the shot to keep it from distorting and bouncing off each other, and that's what this has in it. But this shot shell was designed a little bit differently. It has a wadding. It has a wadding around it, and it has a type of gelatin. You think of Jello. I love Jello. If you think of Jello and all those shot being immersed in that Jello, and when you fire it, it travels further down range before it begins, the pattern begins to spread open. So I'm really excited about this combination of this Viper 2 shotgun. And I did a review on the Viper 2, and I'm going to link these 2 videos together, so if you see one, you'll be able to click and see the next one too. And I just didn't want the video to get the video too long with doing them both at the same time. So I'm very excited about this, and I'm going to fire this at 50 and at 60 yards just to see. Now, as a rule of thumb, normally 40 yards, 45 is probably my limit of taking a turkey, but I'm going to see what this will do. I shot this gun a few days ago at 40 yards, a sheet of notebook paper, which was really small. The shot count looked really good. I was highly impressed, and so I was thinking, you know, maybe I can stretch my yardage out to 50 yards. That's personal choice, and depending on how open of a shot that you have. So anyway, hey, let's get right to it. The first we're going to shoot is the Winchester, and we're going to see how that does, and then we'll compare the 2. And I'll go ahead and fire both, and then we'll compare. First round that we're going to fire is the Winchester Long Beard XR. Let's shoot this number 5 ounce and 7/8 payload. Okay, so this is the ounce and 7/8 of number 5, 40 yards. This is a 10-inch ring. That's a 3-inch black dot. I put the black dot so I could actually see it down range and know that I was actually shooting center. Very nice, pretty even pattern all the way around. And I think I counted 78 shot in this 10-inch ring, and I think there's 9 or 10 in the 3-inch circle. So very pleased. That is the Winchester ounce and 7/8 shot number 5, and that is with the 650 Carlson's choke. Now we'll look at this one, and this is a pretty impressive shot pattern. Now as you notice, I think I counted 98 in this 10-inch circle. Now this is at 40 yards. This is with the XR at 40 yards. And it looks like this whole pattern, see how it's shooting to the left? That's why I like to shoot a big piece of paper. Shot to the left. So I noticed that the other day, so I adjusted it at 50, adjusted my sight picture back, and still didn't quite adjust it, but that is an extremely tight pattern right there. So if I would have adjusted, it would have been well over 100 shot here. So let's look at this 50 yard. Anyway, let's look at the 50 yard one. Let me see if I can get it put up here. Now this next pattern is at 50 yards. Now I have adjusted my sight picture downrange to shoot to the right hand side. Now this is still an impressive pattern at 50 yards. Now you noticed I was trying to shoot right along here because this is a shot pattern at 40 and I was aiming here. So I adjusted my sight picture probably about 4 inches to shoot. And you can see it still shot a really tight pattern, but the pattern is still off to the left out of my gun. And it's still dense amount of shot. And if you had this shot pattern here, probably would have been close to 80 or 90, maybe even 100 shot. But that still would have taken the turkey if I would have been shooting dead on. So by knowing, if I'm shooting these shells, this is why it's very important to shoot your weapon. By knowing that, I'll always aim a little bit to the right if I'm shooting this particular shell and this particular combo. Now, let's do the 60 yard one. Now, I shot twice at 60 yards, and I'm getting ready to show you why. So, as you can see at 50 yards, that's a pretty tight pattern. Still shooting to the left. So I'm going to make even more adjustment here at 60 yards. I have no doubt at 60 yards, these shells are going to shoot pretty darn good at 60 yards. And just so you guys know I ain't BSing you, turn the camera around. And there's our target down there at 60 yards. Gosh, in the camera it looks like it's in there forever. And there's our target. That's at 60 yards. So we're going to fire this puppy again and see how it does. Like I said, this time I'm going to make, I made a little adjustment the last time, but maybe not enough. Looks like it wants to shoot this tight pattern. And it may be, that's why I tell you, it's very important to shoot your shotgun at different distances just to see. And eyes and ears, let's lock and load. Alright, let's go do a comparisons. So I shot twice at 60 yards. The first time, my pattern was low from the bullseye. And I did shoot even more, a little bit to the right to try to center that pattern, to try to get the bulk of the pattern in the center. But when I went down range, the bulk of the shot was low. So I went back to the house and I got me another piece of cardboard. And I said, you know, hey, it could have been operator error. I have no reason to lie to you. This is what I'm finding. And so I shot a second time, and I'm going to show you both results. So that is the first round. Let me see if we can pick it up into some sun. Gosh, can you see that? See all that shot down there low? Let's see if I can hold this. That's a little bit better. So, you noticed that shot pattern was low. See all the shot in here? And I mean, I'm aiming like right here. So I said, well, maybe that's operator error. So I went back and got my second round. I hope we can see this. I didn't put no 10-inch circle around it, but hey, at 60 yards, that's a 3-inch circle. It would have been a dead turkey. But look at the shot. Now I shot a little high and over here, and it put the center of this pattern right here. Now that's at 60 yards. Now that's don't know if y'all can see that or not. That is a pretty dense pattern. Gosh, I hope y'all can see it. That is a pretty dense pattern at 60 yards. And I would say that I would dare not to say that pattern would still be good at 70 yards. Knowing what I know now, I would dare say that I would definitely take a shot. I would definitely take a shot at 60 yards. Now, that being said, your gun may shoot different, but it concerned me that that payload was that low at 60 yards. I didn't really notice it at 50, but at 60 I did. Now I'm going to contact Winchester and ask them, but this is what I think has happened. I think on that HR load they backed off the powder charge just a little bit, and still 1 3/4 ounces is a lot of shot. They backed off of the powder charge just so it wouldn't distort the pattern further down range. That's what I think is going on. Not sure. That's just my personal belief. So if you're aiming to shoot that shell at 60 yards or further, which I wouldn't recommend further than 60 yards. I'll take a shot with that shell, that Carlson's choke tube, and that Viper 2. I'll take a shot at 60 yards, no doubt. But remember, that load is going to drop, so you have to compensate and shoot a little higher if you're shooting 60 yards or beyond. Just remember that. I'm not advocating taking a 60-yard shot, but somebody may want to. Now, that's my personal opinion. Now, this is why, and I'll say this, I have no reason to lie or to mislead you in any representation, because I have no money involved in anybody sponsoring me. So this is why I like to do my own reviews and check out my own equipment. It's because people who are getting paid that do reviews are going to make it look the best for the video on paper. Now, I could probably shoot this weapon, I could dial it in and shoot it at 70 yards and show you a perfect pattern. But that wouldn't be realistic for you or me actually in the field. So it's very important, if you're aiming to shoot these shells, for you to go out and shoot these shells at certain distances to make sure you know your own weapon. I can't emphasize that enough, to know your own weapon. Now, since I've shot this weapon, I know what it'll do at 60 yards, I know what it'll do at 40, I know what it'll do at 50. So hey, I'm good to go. I'm ready to go take a turkey with this load. So anyway, didn't mean to get long-winded on that. Hey guys, I hope you've seen something. We're shooting the Carlson's XR turkey choke, was specially made for the Long Beard XR Winchester ammo. They designed it specifically for that. It shot the other Winchester ammo just fine. It probably shoot multiple ammo just fine. But anyway, that's what it was designed for. That's why I wanted to shoot that particular load in it, just to see how it done. And it does hold a really tight pattern. Hey guys, I hope you've seen something in the video. I hope you saw something that may help you out in the field. Maybe we can all learn together. Hey guys, and you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you in the field.